Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another look at Battle Brothers Warriors of the North. We've checked out a couple of the starting scenarios, but I'd like to check out another one today, and also kind of give you my thoughts on the DLC so far after having played a few more hours of it. So let's jump into a new campaign here. We're not going to look at rebuilding a company. That's the sort of default one from the base game, so there's really no point in looking at that. And the new company is essentially the same thing as this one, except for you don't need to go through Hoggart's quest at the beginning, so those two we're not going to touch. Today, I think I'd like to do the Peasant Militia, because this one has the potential to really change up the gameplay, in that you can bring more characters into battle, and this is the only one that allows you to do that. The one sort of caveat to that in this scenario is that you cannot recruit anyone who isn't lowborn. Which, for my sort of playstyle, that's not really a problem, because I'm sort of the person that uses almost like a human wave doctrine in this game, where I don't like to invest a lot into recruits, because characters die so easily in this game, even at a high level, that I'd rather just recruit somebody who's dirt cheap and sort of build them up, and if they live that long, great. If they don't, then, you know, I didn't really lose anything in the process. So we'll check that one out today, but just to sort of reiterate on other ones, we've done the Northern Raiders, which is sort of like, I think, what this DLC is supposed to be focused around. And I've actually done just a small playthrough on my own time when I've had time, and I think I'm at about day 30 right now. And honestly, the more I play it, the less I like it. And that's not to say like the DLC in general, but this particular scenario I find to be just really punishing, and it doesn't really give you anything in return. So you start with 3 experienced barbarians, and 2 of the 3 factions on the map are hostile toward you. Now, just in that regard, it is incredibly difficult, because you pretty much need to immediately make a beeline for friendly territory. Otherwise, you're just dead, because 3 barbarians are not going to stand a chance against a 10-man garrison. It's just not going to happen. So you immediately need to run south, and I've found that unless you're very, very particular about the map that you start on, you can get screwed over very easily. For example, in my private playthrough with the Northern Raiders, the faction that's friendly toward me doesn't have a taxidermist, so all of the little goodies I loot from the various beasts from the previous DLC I can't use, because there's no friendly town with a taxidermist, so I've kind of just been locked out of that content, which I find to be really disappointing. And as far as I can tell, their relations toward you never change. I know that in just sort of a regular start, if you do something to eventually become hostile to a faction, those relations will recover over time, but they don't appear to in this playthrough, or in this scenario. So I've found that I just, you know, have all this stuff collected, all these Noxair teeth and direwolf pelts, and I can't do anything with them other than sell them, which is really unfortunate. There obviously can be other issues, so, you know, if I'm pretty sure the game spawns at least 1 temple per faction, but potentially if it didn't, you could be very, very punished for that. And so ultimately, I just don't find that it really offers much in return. You do start with 3 barbarians, of course, but you can't get more barbarians, nor can you really get their equipment unless you're looting it off barbarians that you fight. So your party becomes a regular party very quickly, especially if your original barbarians die, because you're going to just be recruiting normal recruits and using normal armor. And also, because you are so limited in the parts of the map that you can actually visit, things get very stale very quickly. You're going to be visiting like the same 5 locations over and over again. And I'm not sure if this is true, but I've read that the new equipment, the sort of more, what do you call it, like Nordic and Rus sort of inspired stuff that like these guys here are wearing, but not like the very barbarian stuff, but the more sort of Slavic looking, you know, proper armor. I've read that that spawns more in the northern territories, but with this start, you're locked out of those territories, and so you can't even use the new equipment necessarily. And so ultimately, I just find that this playthrough is not that well rounded, I guess. I think it needs some work. We did Lone Wolf last time, and this one is kind of interesting. It is the most difficult of the new scenarios, and you start with a single, very skilled, very well-equipped character. The other sort of caveats to that is, of course, that you can never have more than 12 men in your roster, but there's no limitation to who you can recruit, and so I think the idea is to just have a very small elite party. And then, of course, if your original starting character dies, the playthrough ends, and that's what happened to us when I tried last time. Granted, I was not being particularly cautious and just kind of jumping in headfirst into things to explore. So if you played very intelligently, I don't think it would be as bad, because, you know, one really well-equipped character can easily overpower several poorly equipped characters, and so arguably a hedge knight is a better starting character than like 4 peasants anyways. But yeah, so that was interesting, and I do think that has a lot to offer. The Davkul Cultist one is supposed to change some stuff as well, because again, you are going to occasionally get boons bestowed upon you, as well as sacrifices demanded of you. But what that ultimately means, I don't know. It could literally just be like a buff that you get a notification about, and then every once in a while you're forced to kill a character. So it really depends on like how much, again, it tries to immerse you in that scenario. But based on my Northern Raiders playthrough, I don't have a lot of confidence that anything's going to be different, unless yeah, I don't know. I have briefly played this one, maybe today 15 or 20. And I didn't experience any of this yet, but again, that was fairly early. So anyways, we're going to do the Peasant Militia today and hope that this is a little bit more fun. I'm not going to bother changing our name. Let's do a quick banner. Let's see. By the way, this one looks really cool with the Northern Raiders. That's the one I was using for my private playthrough. Let's do this one. Late game crisis doesn't matter. We'll do beginner, veteran. Just because I'd like enough money, or to be able to get enough money quickly to, you know, actually make this viable. And we'll do high starting funds for the same reason. Hunt down bandits, ward off raiders, trap wolves attacking the farmsteads, all in a militiaman's work. And if more is asked, then there is simply more to answer. All to keep your home of Jaden Sea safe, or Yaden Sea. Anyway, when a nobleman called on you, you and a group of ad hoc fighters took to the field in a battle between highborn. You didn't know their names or their quarry, only that you mustered you and your men to the field. And so there you went. Unfortunately, a lowborn man with a spear and a shield is little more than a peasant with misgivings of warriorship. Your militia was used to hold a contingent of enemy knights in place, while your own side's archers rained hell from above, hitting knight and peasant alike. After the battle, you and your men fled the fields for good. You took up arms as sellswords and swore to one another by blood pact that you'd never have a highborn in your company. A mercenary band of motley men, and that is that. We are our own lords. Alright, so let's look at our starting party. We get 12 to begin out with, but obviously we're pretty poorly equipped and not in particularly great spirits. Some of us are, some of us aren't. So we'll have to try to change that. Here's our starting village. And it looks like we're in sort of the southwestern part of the map. Well, we're like dead center south, maybe a little bit southeast even. Let's start here though, and we'll just kind of work our way along the road and see what we can do. We do have a little bit of money if we want to try to grab some armor. No work for us, but let's have a peek in the marketplace. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my crew here. First of all, anybody with a pitchfork should not be in the front lines, so let's have you guys jump back. You don't even have a weapon. We'll try to get you one. Meanwhile, you guys go up front. And what's your deal? Iron lungs, you're a minstrel. Do we get any benefit from that? I don't know, to be honest. I guess we'll put you in the back line. Right, so like spears would be great. Let's grab as many spears as we can get. I wouldn't mind having some archers, but I don't know that we have anybody that's really capable of using them. Bows, that is. I'll grab that armor. Bucklers would be great. Alright, let's see. You get a spear, a buckler. You should be in the back line. You should be in the front. That club, huh? I guess that's fine. No, to be honest, I think I'd rather give you a spear. And we'll do something like that. What's your armor looking like? 25. I think yours is probably the worst at 20. 20. 20. You've got a gambeson, which is actually pretty solid. And this is decent as well. So let's take that and maybe swap it to you. And you can wear that. And since you don't have a shield, I'll give you this, which is a little bit better. And I guess I'll give you that, just so we don't have people in rags. And I guess that'll be... Oh, not what I meant to do there. You don't have any ammo, though, so that's not really going to be useful. Oh well. Do they have ammo? No. They have arrows. I guess let's buy a bow and arrows. And do you have any ranged skill? Sort of, yeah. So let's take this. I might just sell that. Because I don't have the stones to throw, so there's really no point. Okay. Well, we got slightly better gear. Let's move on to the next town and see if they've got work. So, Altenstad. And I will... Well, maybe not yet, but I should keep an eye out for additional recruits because, again, we can field up to 16. So, if we wanted to, we could really just throw bodies at the problem. Secure crumbling tombstones. This is a 1 skull mission for 530. I'll do that. It's easy enough. Okay, and it's fairly close too, so let's go knock that out. Hopefully it's bandits or zombies. Those are both pretty easy to deal with. And would give us usable equipment. Oh, knocks theirs. Not too bad, but again, not going to give us gear that we can use. Alright, so there's 9 of them. Not too bad. Again, though, we are not particularly strong fighting force here, and our guys are not doing too well in terms of morale. I should have spaced my spears out a little bit better. I could have had them do a spear wall and hold these guys off pretty effectively. But since I can't do that, I think I'll be a little bit aggressive here. We'll just go at them. Try to kill as many as we can in the initial charge. Or, if not kill them, just wound them. Let's see, 30. I think that's the best we're going to do. Okay. It says in poor condition 100%. Okay, whatever, game. Damn. Well, why don't you set up there and get your spear going. Meanwhile, yeah, try to soften him up a bit. I think I'll put you there. Maybe even here. Just because they will probably try to move around the outer edge. So I'd rather not have the archer on that edge. You can go there to help us out, and you will go here. That might be a good spot. That does limit how many people can surround him, so that might be wise. And then you can step in there and apparently miss. Alright, so let's see. They'll probably just kind of line up with us here, but again, they do have enough to push the flanks, and so I'm willing to bet they'll try. Though our lone spear wall there seems to be holding moderately well. Our armor, however, is not. Whoa, he almost got one-shotted there. Okay, 52, 46. Let's go with the higher chance to hit. Cool, we got one down. Got to do something to ensure that they don't eat that corpse, though. 40 or 40. Well, let's go for the kill. Cool. Oh, and you're bleeding out. 52, 51. Let's go here. No dice. Right. Damn. Okay, 47, 53. Let's go for the kill. Again, no dice. Aldemar, well done. Injured him as well. Alright, let's have you hop over, take a shot there. Cool. I'm not sure that I'm super keen on advancing to fight these guys on high ground, but if I don't, they do have the chance to jump down and eat these, which is a little concerning. Alright, so you're broken. Yeah, let's step up and try to keep them from eating those corpses, even if it means we're putting ourselves in a little bit more danger as a result. I don't know if I want to do that. Just hang out for the time being. You step forward. Cool, so they're both broken. You can help me as well by doing that. So that only leaves one corpse for them to eat. Oh god, they're shredding our armor though, and they're going to continue to do it being on high ground like that. Cool. That broke two of them, so these guys are the only ones still in the fight. Enemy retreats. No, we'll run them down. We've got them all dead to rights. But that did break all of them, so we got lucky in that our charge didn't result in anybody's immediate death. So now we just mop up. If we can actually land some hits. There we go. Step forward there. Let's have you jump forward as well. Damn. Get in there. Why don't you smack somebody with your loot? I actually got an achievement for that. Alright, yeah. Just keep surrounding them, because they can duck out of our attack zone, so we want to make sure they don't do that. Just stay on them and keep raking in that XP. Oops. I didn't mean to split my attacks there. Okay, we got you at least. Alright, everybody else. Run this guy down if you don't mind. Did your loot break when you hit him? I think it did. Oh well. Sure, take that shot. Damn. Oh, you're bleeding. Whoops. Probably should have bandaged you. I don't even know if they have bandages, to be honest. There we go. No level ups and 3 serious injuries. And they had to give me 3 horns and only 1 tooth. If we had gotten 2 and 2, I could have made something out of that, the taxidermist. But oh well. Let's go collect our pay. And it's really nice not having to like worry about hostile villages attacking me. Honestly, in my Northern Raider playthrough, that seems to be the biggest threat, is just all the enemy or the hostile factions have armies running around everywhere, and I find them to be far more threatening than anything else. I'm going to sell the brains, and I'm going to buy that paint. I'd also like any cheap armor I can get my hands on here. Okay, we'll do that first, and then we'll see about weapons later. I always go armor before weapons. So let's see, Liebwin. I think that is probably the strongest armor we've got, so you can have it, since you're standing in the middle. And you don't have a shield, so I'll give you decent armor as well. I'll try to get him a shield, though. You can have that. You can have this. And I'll give you... Oh, I should probably be giving those out, actually. There we go. Alright, then. I'm actually going to bump you into the middle or something. What's your skill look like? You should probably be in the front line with a shield, too. So you can have that, I suppose. And I've got one more for you, I guess. Okay. Let's sell all of this now. And they do have spears. The spears are awfully expensive, though. Let's buy some shields and a buckler. Okay, so I'd like you to have a shield. You should probably have one as well. And you know, I'll paint yours. I do like that actually. And then I have a buckler for... You got your net, so I guess it's gonna have to be you, and we just need to get you a proper weapon. I'll buy... Like, these are a little bit cheaper, but honestly I think I'd rather have a spear if I'm gonna buy a weapon. And you know what? I'll snag this as well. And that. Going kind of broke here, but we need equipment. We need it badly. So you take the spear, and nope, not what I wanted to do there. You move up there and take your spear. And I'll give you the other piece of headgear. Okay. So there is plenty of other work for us. Follow the tracks, return crystal skulls. We're fighting bandits. Can I afford this? I can afford that. 100, 100. Yeah, screw it. We're about to get paid. I'm going to risk going broke just to heal them up. Hopefully we can do this pretty straightforward. Okay, so what? 6 thugs and an archer? But yeah, I'd like to avoid casualties here if at all possible. It looks like some of them have healed up a decent amount since that last fight already. I'm gonna try to be a little bit passive here and let them come to us. It looks like they're happy to do that, which is always nice. Let them accrue a little bit of fatigue, and then we'll just kind of step in and attack. So that is 6 of 7, and the 7th will be an archer. So how do I want to go about this? Why don't you break off this way and go after him? Meanwhile, shoot the guy with no armor, no shield. Thank you. I think you two are going to handle him, so your job is going to be to step in here, start slashing people, try to make them bleed. Go ahead and engage. Nice. I do feel like with the latest update, spears are a little bit better, which is something I've been asking for a while. Because honestly, spears used to be somewhat functional. Like, they weren't the best weapon, but they served a purpose. They were cheap, you could kind of give them to anybody and they'd be able to make use of them. And then for a long time, they were just absolutely worthless. Spear walls were like impossible to pull off consistently, and like ultimately it just didn't really work the way I think was intended, because the spears couldn't really hurt anybody, but you also couldn't really land hits with them. And so it was like, why do these weapons even exist in this game? And it does feel like in this latest update that came along with the DLC, oh great, we already lost somebody's head and somebody's armor. It does feel like at least the chance to hit with spears has gone up a little bit, because they seem to be actually pretty reliable in terms of landing hits. And I'm very glad for that, because again, now there's a reason to actually use them, where before there really wasn't. Throw your net on him. Nice. Probably unnecessary at that point, but there was no guarantee we were going to kill him there, so I think it ultimately worked in our favor. We're going to have to break that shield, probably. I'm kind of loath to do it because I'd like to loot said shield, but the chances of that happening are pretty slim. Damn it. Let's see, hop in there, go for a stun or something. Well, actually, I didn't realize he was broken, so that might be irrelevant at this point. Cool, I think we killed him without destroying his armor. That'll be handy. Let's Let's see. You just stay back and finish this guy off, I guess. Okay, so everyone else is dealt with. Now we can start pushing toward the archer. Okay, he killed another one of us. And moved quite far, actually. Even though he fired. Actually, no, I guess that's 2. That makes sense. Just being salty. Alright, can you corner him? No, we'll run him down since we already caught him. And he did just kill one of ours. I'm not going to let him off easy. But this was what I was afraid of, because we lose 2 people, now I have to pay to replace them, and that money that we just earned is kind of gone before we even have it. I'm surprised his morale is still as high as it is. Sure, you're not going to get in there this turn anyways. Okay, so he's injured. Why don't you shoot him since you've got an angle? That was kind of pathetic. Sure, do that. That'll let you attack next turn. You keep moving. Where are you at? Yeah, hop on in there. Give him a smack. I think you need to be there. Okay, you're broken now. And we've got you virtually surrounded. There we go. Oh! One of our guys made it. So the guy who got his head cut off obviously didn't survive, but the guy who didn't, who got shot by the archer, did survive. But he does have a weakened heart, so he's got a permanent minus 30 to his hit points, which is pretty rough. So he's content with being in reserve, and I'll probably keep him in reserve from now on. At least, maybe not until I have a full party, because even if, you know, he's more prone to dying, so what? At least he dies and not somebody else. Okay, no permanent injuries. We do have some work available. I'm gonna hold on to all that for right now. Yeah. Okay, well, let's do your level up. Grimwald the Footman, who appears to be like our best character. I'm gonna go with some hit points, some melee attack, and since he rolled pretty garbage, I'm gonna go with initiative, and I'm gonna give him Colossus first. I'm gonna probably stick to the very typical Colossus dodge relentless build, which isn't something I typically do in my Let's Plays, but for this very quick one, I'm gonna just kind of go very optimal. Normally I try to be a little bit less min-maxy about my characters, but generally the theory is Colossus gives you, obviously the most hit points that you could otherwise have. Dodge really helps with your defense by adding 15% of your initiative to it. And then Relentless helps by sort of having the hit to initiative as your character's tire. So effectively it keeps your defense from depleting as much as it would otherwise with dodge. Not that dodge will necessarily deplete it, but the benefit will deplete. I think I'm going to move you to the middle since you seem to be one of our better all-around fighters. I'd like to have a spear like every other character. Oh, I forgot that nets are single use. So spear, spear, spear. Okay. That's pretty much that. Let's see about these jobs. We might need to rest for a bit. This is actually pretty inexpensive. About a day to the northwest. Let's think on that one, because if we're going to move on to the next town, I'd like to finish everything here first. 2 days to the northwest. Okay, so either way we're leaving. In that case, I think I'll decline. No, I won't decline it. I'll leave that one open, but let's do the first one. We're going to the next town anyways. So... Oh, it's actually Volmar. Or no, Harkendok. Okay. So it's one more than I thought. But the other one was even further, so that's fine. We'll stop off in Widefield, or Weedafield? I don't know. Anything in your market? Ooh, Bill Hook. That would be nice. Let's see. I would like a shield. A shield would be great. So I'll buy that. And I will give it to you. Everybody's got like, well, your armor's kind of garbage, but what are we gonna do about it? I could buy this, but again, we're cutting it awfully close on the money. So maybe I shouldn't. Let's collect this payday before we do anything else. Oh, I'm glad they ran away, because that is a fight we'd probably lose. Same with that one. Though they don't seem to be running away, they're just struggling to catch us. Looks like these guys are gonna go deal with it. Fine by me. We made it just before it got dark. Perfect. And they have some work for us. Great. Go ahead and grab that. And I'll swap that to you. And you can have that armor. Slight improvement for everybody, though technically with it damaged, it's actually going to be a bit of a downgrade, at least until it's repaired. We'll sell that. I would like to buy any and all headgear available. You need something on your head. Really, everybody should have something, but obviously beggars can't be choosers for the moment. Okay, good enough. Good enough. What do we got here? Pay me per head to Waldfest. What's this one? Drive off brigands. I like those. Those are a little bit more straightforward and a lot more consistent in terms of their payout. Let's just try to avoid anybody getting in our way, preventing us from trying to do this, because I'd like to just, you know, fight as few bandits as possible to get these 490 crowns. I'm also going to work my way around to this side here. I want to be fighting on grass and not marshland. So a few thugs, an archer, and a raider. So one guy in like moderately decent armor. But we're probably facing, it could be like 6 or 7 at the most. Oh, it looks like we're still in marshland, though I did spawn on solid ground where they didn't. And it looks like my estimate was a bit low. They actually had more people than I thought they would. I'm going to advance and spear wall in the hopes that I can sort of force them to fight in the water versus on solid land. You don't want to be there, that's for sure. So I might just keep you right there then. And you just hang out. The archer's gonna shoot from there. Oh great. Bucklers aren't doing us a lot of good. But I am hoping that they'll advance into my field of fire and I can get a better shot. We'll probably shoot at him. I think I spearwalled too early, to be honest. Yeah, I did. So I wasted a bunch of fatigue there, unfortunately, because they won't be able to reach us walking through this. Don't even bother. Actually, you might be the only one worth bothering because they all apparently have higher initiative than you. So what do we got? 49, 38, 49. Go after the spear. Okay. You stay right there. Or do I want to move up a little? I guess we'll wait and see. You can move one in either, or one in any direction before you have to like commit, or you know lose your ability to attack. So we'll kind of keep them in, try to survey where the enemy ends up before we do anything too rash. So yeah, wasted his fatigue there, which is unfortunate in our current situation where, yeah, I figured that was going to happen. But where these guys have so little fatigue to begin with, we really can't be wasting fatigue where it's not necessary. Let's shoot at him again. Nice. So it looks like they're pretty content to just sit back and wait, which is unfortunate because this murky water is not something we want to be standing in. I'm just going to tempt fate here and kind of let them come to us. If I put the spears down, maybe they'll reconsider. Okay, I'll put you there. Finally, somebody commits. Okay, we got someone with a spear wall at least. It wasn't a total waste. What kind of terrain are you in? Guess I'll have to wait and see. Nice. Thank you for that. Can't hit the archer. I'll probably have you step forward and shoot him again. Nice. Doesn't have his shield up yet, so let's try to take advantage of that. I'll be pretty aggressive here, because we do have shields protecting us. You guys, hang on. There's nobody for you to attack yet. You know what? Go for the kill. Yeah, perfect. I was going to say, if we can just kill him before he even gets the shield up, then I don't need to worry about bashing it down. Muddy earth. There's a tree there. Murky water there. So you should probably just stay where you are. Oh look, that buckler blocked something. Alright, they're finally through. So that's going to force these guys to go either up and around or back down this way. Now, I could kind of go out and meet them, but I think what I'll do instead is just, again, kind of wait. Because if they'll come to me, then, you know, why shouldn't I let them? Nice. Okay, perfect. So he came to me. Now, just gotta wait on those guys. What's your chance to stun? Nice. It's funny, I have such a hard time stunning people generally, but it worked that time. Should probably take advantage while he's out and just unload on him. Oh, he's gonna go around that way. Okay, well, that's fine. Can we get the kill here? Not quite. That's Muddy Earth. That's also Muddy Earth. If you go there, you can attack him. Maybe try to demoralize them with a decapitate. Nice. And that did break him. Perfect. That also allows you to jump forward, pin him in that terrible terrain. And I'm wondering if you should just step up and go after this guy. I'll let you shoot at the archer. Nice. Well done. Let's stay on this guy if we can. Okay, so he's broken as well. We'll just finish him off. See if you can't finish this guy off so that we can get you through. Because I will need some help on him. Now we get to trudge through the mud to go after their archer. And this guy's still, you know, perfectly happy to continue fighting. So that'll be fun. Alright, good, we got him on that. Let's have you wait, because I want you where he's standing right now. It's the end of your turn. Let's have you attack him. That's unfortunate. Keep moving up. Oh, I meant to put you there, but okay. That works. You go here, start bashing down shields. And if you could kill that guy so I don't have to run him down, that'd be great. Thank you so much for that. Alright, then we go for the flank. Oh, you're up. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I guess start working your way back over here. Not that you'll be able to get into the fight by then. Please don't die. Oh, god damn it. Well, that's really unfortunate. Yeah, get in there. Can we land a hit, please? Thank you. Oh, crap. Alright, go for a stun again. Nope, no dice. Get that shield out of the way, and now we can just attack him without any trouble. You can fire there. That was way off. Okay, 25. Yeah, it's all the same, it just looks a little bit different. Damn. There we go, finally got him. Thank you for that. So, Reimer didn't die for the second time. He did lose his nose though, and he's got a permanently damaged heart. Vander obviously did, because he lost his head. Alright, we'll go back and collect our pay. This way, whoops. And we'll see what we can do to take care of these level ups. Alright, 490 crowns, and we should see better prices here now. Let's deal with our level ups first. Okay, Burke. We'll go 443. Perks, Colossus, because we just want to keep people alive. We'll do 4, 3, 5, I guess. Actually, hold on. We'll do 4, 5, and 3 on defense. And we'll do Colossus there as well. Liebwin, 4, 4, and 5. And we'll go with Colossus once more. Wow, you actually rolled really well. Let's do 4, 4, 3, and Colossus again. Man, everybody leveled up on that one. You've actually got pretty good health already. So let's do 4, 4, and I guess number 4 there. How about you? Not so great. We'll do 3, 3, and 5. Might have been better off going Crippling Strikes there. But more hit points never hurts. It's just, ideally, he'll never be in a situation where he'll need them, because he should be in the back shooting arrows. Let's see. Let's go 3, 4, 3. And Colossus again. Alright, so that is everybody leveled up. We do have a spare Gambison. I think I'll give it to you. And that's actually an improvement for you, so I'll give you that. I should probably hire somebody as well. So the way I like to do hiring is, if I have gear, I sort of go for the cheapest person in terms of hiring fee, because the hiring fee is more reflective of their equipment than anything else. I mean, also if they're like, you know, a couple levels beyond level 1 or level 0, they'll cost more, but if they're all level 1, no level ups, then this is generally just reflective of the equipment. The daily wage is generally a better indication of their skill. So this guy is probably the best fighter, but again, I don't really need somebody with a dagger. You might be just better all around though, so let's hire this guy. And what are your skills? Okay, well at least you'll gain experience faster. You can have that, you can have this, and this, and there we go. And actually, now that I look at the time, we're pretty much running over here. So, again, this does have the potential to change things up a little bit. Granted, in terms of the start, it's really not going to change much, except for the fact that you have, you know, a full party of, well, in this case it's not a full party, but you still have 12 characters rather than like 3 or 4. So that, I think, is the biggest difference. And then, of course, the fact that you can deploy up to 16, though you have to work to that. And it does appear to be kind of hard to keep these guys alive. They are, again, like the bottom of the barrel in terms of characters. So, you know, they will die quite easily now. Again, I'm not playing super conservatively like I would if this were a full Let's Play. These one-off episodes kind of bring out the aggressive player in me, because, again, you know, what does it matter ultimately? But at the same time, it is true that, you know, these guys will go down very easily, especially if you can't get them properly equipped. And I think that's probably one of the biggest challenges with this particular start, is with so many people. I think the economic side of things is more of a challenge than the actual battle part, because obviously you've got to keep these people fed, you've got to keep them paid, you need to keep them equipped, and none of those things are easy even when you're a small party starting out. So yes, having 12 guys makes it easier to kind of, you know, fight and survive early on, but you've still got to outfit those 12 guys, or you're not going to have 12 for very long. So that's kind of my take on this start. If I do another one, I guess Davkul Cultist will be next, because that was one of the most requested ones. But oh, I forgot to mention, I meant to mention this at the start, but I did check, and the Legends mod does not work with this version of the game, but you can go into the betas tab through Steam and opt into the 1.2 version of the game, in which it obviously will work. And I checked the mod page, and the modders are aware of the issue and are working on fixing it. So eventually the Legends mod will be compatible with this version of the game, but as of right now it's not, though you can still play it by opting into an earlier version. So if you really like, let's jump back to the main menu here. If you really like the idea of the lone wolf start, but you want a little bit more variety, I highly recommend you check out that Legends mod, because it works very similar, except for you have several different character classes to choose from, or you can choose all of the above. And there's not any super hard limitations on like only 12 men. In fact, depending on the character you start with, you can have as many as 27 deployed at once with the noble. But the way that works is, I think you start out with like 6 that you're able to deploy, and you actually have to level that character's stats in order to open up more and more slots. So you have to earn those slots, they're not just given to you. So that's kind of cool. And again, there's several different scenarios that are very similar to this, so it gives you a little bit more variety. Granted, you won't be able to use the new equipment that's added with this version of the game, or with the DLC. But again, if just a couple new items don't really matter to you and you're looking for more variety, that might be the way to go for now. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Battle Brothers Warriors of the North with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for my next video.